Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And she's chilly.
I am. It's cold in here.
It is cold in here. It's always cold in here. It's
It wasn't
icy.
chilly yesterday. I was pretty pissed, but that's another story.
Pretty fired up yesterday.
Relating to this story.
All right, so we're gonna do a follow-up, I guess, on the Leslye Headland debacle. That's what we're gonna call it, a debacle, because the rumor was that Leslye Headland, the showrunner or co-creator of Russian Doll, was getting her own female-centric Star Wars show that's going to have martial arts and possibly take place in an alternate universe or some shit like that.
But there's so much weirdness around this. It's ridiculous. Like, we mentioned it, oh my gosh, even before we found out about that supposedly the Bobs were mad about it, the day before that we mentioned that you thought it was odd.
Yeah.
That the way it was presented, it wasn't presented by Disney. Like, it wasn't confirmed. It was rumored, alleged, and there was a lot of PR spin on it that seemed like it was her PR people and not Disney's PR people.
Yeah, because the media outlets that hit first were actually like agent publications like The Hollywood Reporter, Variety, Deadline. Usually when you've got your client working on something, those are the outlets you go to. If Disney were going to make an official announcement, they would have done it differently. They would have said on StarWars.com and some of the other bigger sites and been like it was an official announcement. Disney has announced. So. Right. So they clearly were not ready to announce it. So there was a lot of drama around how it was announced, and it got to the point where WDW Magic, there's an insider over there named WDW Pro, who's been right in the past, said that the Bobs at Disney hit the freaking roof because this thing was dropped.
And he didn't even know that at first. He was trying to figure out what was going on, and then he found out later. So it wasn't like he just came in there like, hey guys, I want to stir up some shit. It wasn't like that. It was like, what's going on? Because I'm hearing that the Bobs are all mad about something. What the heck's going on? And then later someone said they thought it was this, and he came back, yep, that's what it was.
Yeah, he said, yeah, you beat me to it. Apparently the goobers at Lucasfilm hired Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant, who comes with significant PR baggage, potentially legal baggage. Yeah, we all know how much she knew, and did so without consulting Disney or their legal department. Again, Lucasfilm, this was not a Disney announcement. This was either somebody at Lucasfilm or Headland's agent. And it was, you Googled Star Wars last week, the end of last week, and that's all you saw. Female-centric show.
And as I said before, I'm going to say it again because some people like to copy what I say, but I'm going to say it again. What I have a problem with is, one, this idea that women were never important to Star Wars. It was always a boys' club, which I've mentioned many times what I think about that. I also want to mention again that I'm so tired of hearing female-centric because, on John Campia's site, the one woman on there even commented the same thing, which I was saying too, which is, you don't do this when it's like, it should be just a Star Wars show. Why do you have to do female-centric? You don't do it for male-centric shows, which I said last week. Same thing. And that's what people are getting upset about, because they're like, why does it have to be pitched that way? Because, being female isn't, your defining characteristic.
Well, yeah. And again, this just did not feel like something Disney would have put out.
No.
So the goobers at Lucasfilm did it. So again, all the Star Wars news, the end of last week, was slathered with Leslye Headland's face.
Slathered.
And now this week, already first thing Monday morning, it's like Disney PR is actually trying to bury it with other Star Wars news.
Well, it was over the weekend too. They were like rumors for Cassian Andor and different things.
Everything but
this. Mothma back and all this other stuff over the weekend. They were mentioning this.
Yeah, so let's put that. So now you look for Star Wars news on Google News.
I saw this.
And you don't see Leslye anywhere, do you? You got the Baby Yoda, you got lots of Rise of Skywalker news, Cassian Andor, Darth Maul.
Yeah, over the weekend it was Darth Maul and Cassian Andor.
They're burying it because these releases make sense. This is Disney. So this is like, personal opinion, Disney's like, holy shit, what did you do? Hurry up, get some other stuff out there. Anything.
It was interesting because over the weekend they had a couple Cassie announcements out for Cassian Andor. And they made sure they said Disney announces, casting for Cassian Andor. And it was like, official type things.
Yeah, here we go. Actual confirmed. Lucasfilm has confirmed the ensemble cast of the show. Stellan Skarsgård. They're going to get Genevieve O'Reilly coming back as Mon Mothma.
Right, that was all announced like in the last couple days. And they all made sure they said it was official. It was Lucasfilm announced. It was, actual official announcements.
Yeah, this makes more sense. But again, that announcement of Leslye Headland doing the show did not feel like an official announcement.
No, it was weird. It wasn't like Disney's usual way of presenting things. Now, it's interesting though, because they wouldn't have had time to do meetings. They were trying to rush meetings, but that was like on Friday.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't have had time to do anything about this yet, I wouldn't think, unless they had meetings over the weekend.
The way it sounds, they hit the roof and they were probably having meetings over the weekend.
Because
damage control, because Disney works 7 days a week.
Well, their PR, they've cut back considerably. Well, what we've heard is the PR has been let go on some level over at Disney as well. So I'm not expecting anything about this. They're going to let it go and not talk about it again, or if anything's done to refute it, it's not going to probably be for a couple days.
Yeah, or they'll just hope it goes down the memory hole.
Well, that's what I said. They'll pretend it didn't happen. Or they'll just go along with it because it's already out there and now we'll look bad, like we're against women. Well, which is the point.
They've done this before. Like, Lucasfilm has prematurely announced stuff only to retract it later. You saw, the cluster that was Episode 9. Before it was Rise of Skywalker, like Colin Trevorrow, everybody. We saw Rian Johnson's trilogy. Big announcement on StarWars.com. Rian Johnson, before The Last Jedi comes out, he's getting a trilogy, guys. Disappears down the memory hole.
But those were official ones.
Those were actually official. So that even had more credence in what's going on with Leslye Headland. But I wonder if Disney put the kibosh on, don't freaking announce stuff until we got it locked in, until we know for sure it's going to happen.
Well, it was either Headland or somebody at Lucasfilm who was behind this.
So now the big news today is they're dumping the Rise of Skywalker on Disney Plus.
Yeah, well, over the weekend there were articles that the Rise of Skywalker made the least amount of money of any of the Star Wars films, which we already knew because it was really expensive. I mean, they're like, well, it made $1 billion. Yes, but as we've said repeatedly, that their expenses were much higher on that film with what they were doing. They were pushing the heck out of it. So I'm sure their marketing budget on that was insane.
Oh, yeah.
So they only made $400 million or something like that.
Profit.
It wasn't really great.
It was low.
You have to remember that money has to be split among people too. So they had that. They were going on about that was the lowest performing profit-wise film they had, and now all of a sudden, oh look, we're dropping it 2 months early on May the 4th because we need Disney Plus to perform. We
meant to do that. We meant to drop this movie on Disney Plus 4 months after it was out in the theaters. After it's only been on Blu-ray for a month.
I think this is more to do with the fact they're trying to get people to buy Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Because they keep touting it as, we have so many subscribers and everything else. I think a lot of people go and try it for a week, watch what they want, and then go away, is what I think happens.
Yeah, they watch The Mandalorian, and then they quit. Because we don't know when we're going to get new content, because everything's on hold.
Well, Disney, they don't tell you who used the free trial and unsubscribed. They say, well, here's how many subscribers we have had. Well, technically, someone who had a free trial was a subscriber. But right now, with the parks and the movies shut down, Disney Plus needs to perform. So they're dumping Rise of Skywalker early. And also, it takes your attention away from the other news.
Yeah.
And they're on May the 4th, of course. I mean, who would have predicted this? So they're going on and on about, it's the first time ever you can see all 9 of George Lucas's Star Wars saga movies streaming together. And I'm like, I'm not writing that because it's not true. So what I did write was this will make all 6 of the Star Wars films and the 3 Disney films available in one place for streaming. I'm still factually correct. I'm not going to say that because I'm sorry. Yeah,
I don't consider the Disney movies true sequels. I think it's apocrypha. So that's not the only thing they're talking. Speaking of apocrypha, I haven't watched season 7 of Clone Wars yet. I don't want to watch season 7 of Clone Wars now, and I'll tell you why. Because Clone Wars is okay, right? I like Clone Wars, but there always was this disconnect for me. Like, all this stuff went on between movies, but you never heard about Ahsoka. You never heard about, never came up ever. There's never any indication in the movies that Anakin had an apprentice. Even though she's a cool character.
Well, that's because Lucas did it later.
Right.
Lucas did it later.
They retconned her in. So I'm like, okay, well, it makes sense that she was out of the picture before Revenge of the Sith started, right? So, of course, she wouldn't be mentioned because she was out of the... Well, no. Now, they've gone back and they've retconned Revenge of the Sith, so not just Ahsoka, but Darth Maul are running around in the background. The last episode of Clone Wars runs concurrently with Revenge of the Sith, so while all this stuff's going down in Revenge of the Sith, that we know, not only is Ahsoka still around, but Darth Maul is still around in the background. So all this stuff is going on, like... I can understand if they kept them separate, like, oh yeah, you know, Darth Maul might be out there somewhere because we know Obi-Wan kills him again at some point in Rebels. So we know he's out there somewhere, and Ahsoka's, you know, out of the picture at this point because she quit the Jedi. That made sense. But now it's like, oh no, they're involved in everything that's going on. You just don't see them on screen.
And no one mentions them.
Nobody mentions. This is like Lion King 1.5. Where they went and they were like...
I watched it, but I don't remember it.
It actually wasn't terrible, but they were like, oh, the whole story you thought you knew, you didn't know, because all stuff was going on behind the scenes. You know, it turned out that Timon and Pumbaa were really pulling the strings on everything the whole time. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. So I kind of view this as being apocryphal at this point, because I'm like, no, this was not happening.
I haven't cared enough. I mean, I just don't even...
That's where I'm at, too. Like, normally I would, even if it was kind of wonky, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to check out the new season of Clone Wars. Hell yeah, I'm going to watch, right? I'm like, Rise of Skywalker's coming to Disney Plus. Doesn't cost us anything. I'm still like, I don't know if I want to check 2 hours of my life at the door to watch this, because there's so much anime and stuff out there I'd rather watch instead.
Yeah, we don't have much time as it is, so.
No, people are like, did you watch this show? Did you watch that show? Did you watch this movie? But it's like, no, I didn't, because we're recording videos all the time. We don't have
any time to watch things. It's very rare we get to watch anything.
But I knew Rise of Skywalker, though. Man, it was only out on Blu-ray for like, what, a month?
Yeah, it wasn't very long. And they said it was, the #1 selling Blu-ray.
Well, when there's nothing else coming out that week. But yeah, they've been trying to pawn it on. Oh no, I just got an email the other day that on Vudu you could buy it. It was like $5 off or something.
Yeah, they're just trying to get. Well, yeah, because it's going to go digital now. So they must have known it was coming. Hurry, get them to buy it before they know it's coming to Disney Plus.
Yeah, well, that's what happens. That was a mistake I think they made with Onward, was like, yeah, you can pay for it, $20-some now, or you can just wait 2 weeks and get it for free as part of your, you know. So yeah, I mean that's like direct to TV at this point. I mean,
people are going to subscribe for their week trial, watch it, and then
I mean, what were they going to do? People aren't going to buy. They weren't interested in the movie, not in the numbers that Disney wanted or expected. They expected it to be another Endgame, and it wasn't. Right. You know, and so now
it was Endgame in some.
It ended the game, but now you can do what Mark Hamill said and wait for cable, because I guess this is like cable. You just watch it. So you don't have to pay anything extra for it. You got Disney Plus. You got 2 hours of your life. You don't want to get back. You can watch Rise of Skywalker.
There you go.
And you can forget all about Leslye Headland.
Well, I'm waiting. I think there'll be something kicking and screaming coming back. I don't know. I mean, something's going to happen, because they can't just like let it go like this without saying anything else. I mean, they will, but no one's going to let it go. We're not going to let it go.
They do it all the time.
I know.
Like, oh, it's been 2 months. Everybody forgot about that. That's how they do this. So we'll see. They probably were holding off maybe for Star Wars Celebration, but I don't think that's going to happen this year.
I don't know. So they've been canceling everything.
Yeah. I don't think it's been officially canceled yet, but I'm sure they probably will.
Well, if it keeps up, they might.
So we're going to keep an eye on the situation. You know, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens, especially when you've got Disney insiders coming out and being like, yeah, this was not through the official channels.
What we already figured already, so it was nice to have that confirmation.
Yeah. Even though people, I did check the other day, people on the magic boards, some pixie dusters were not happy that we covered it.
Were they?
They're like, Clownfish TV are just like, they're just like nerd ragers. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't understand Disney.
You want to bet?
It's like, bitch, please, worked in and around the company for years.
That's right.
Anyway, we're going to wrap this one up.
Yep.
So we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.